This is the short version of practice problem number 1 from lesson 8, rotation, patterns, and unit 1, rigid transformations and congruence. In problem number 1, you're going to look at the patterns of 180-degree rotations around different centers of rotation. You're going to find that the rotated image is always parallel to this original line, and that the corresponding points in that rotated image you can locate by drawing a straight line through the centers of rotation. Straight line is 180 degrees, and those corresponding points will always be an equal distance from each center of rotation. In part A, D is the center of rotation. In part B, E is the center of rotation. And in part C, M is the center of rotation. So for part A, 180 degrees around point D as the center of rotation, the rotated image is parallel to the original figure, and each corresponding point can be located by drawing a straight line through the center of rotation and an equal distance on the opposite side. So D is at D. It's actually D prime is at D. C prime you can locate by drawing a straight line through the center of rotation and equal distance on the other side. And M prime, an equal distance through the center of rotation and an equal distance on the other side. So this should be labeled C prime, that little single quotation mark for C prime, and M prime. In part B, draw a straight line through the center of rotation and locate the corresponding point an equal distance on the other side. So once again, a straight line is 180 degrees. So M will be up here and D will be right here. So an equal distance on the other side of the center of rotation on a straight line. So again, this should be C prime, this should be M prime, and this should be D prime. And once again, notice that this corresponding image is parallel to the original figure. And for part C, it's just going to land right on top of itself because the center of rotation is at the midpoint of the line segment. So C is going to rotate 180 degrees over to the position of D, and so you can find C prime by drawing a straight line through the center of rotation and an equal distance on the other side. And likewise, D is going to swing over to here, 180 degrees, so an equal distance from D through the center of rotation on the opposite side. So this should be labeled D prime and C prime. And notice that a line drawn on top of itself is a parallel line. So all of these images are parallel to their original figures. So in summary, for a 180-degree rotation, wherever the center of rotation is, whether it's D, E, or M, or anything else for that matter, you will always end up with a rotated image that's parallel to the original figure, and each corresponding point can be located by drawing a straight line through that center of rotation, the midpoint, between each of those corresponding points.